about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hey everybody, it's Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. I'm doing my makeup tonight. It's kind of an unexpected date night and I'm kind of happy. We've had a rough start. I'm filming this video January 20th. It's Friday. And basically I'm not going to get into the issue. I'm not going to talk about it too much. I've been doing nothing but crying for the last little bit. And I've kind of said the same thing on my Plan With Me that I filmed earlier today, that our son, our baby, Logan, he's had some issues and he has a rare disorder. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm not going to go into it or explain what it is, even though you might have questions, but I'm going to do a face-to-face video on my main channel and talk about it and just kind of explain my emotions and kind of what we've been going through. But when we first had our son, it was December 30th. So my last video was for Christmas, but our last date night was the 23rd, before Christmas there. And I had said we were going to go in and get induced on the 30th. We ended up getting induced on the 29th. Had my baby on the 30th. So that's his birthday. And then he was in NICU for probably, I think it was till the 4th, so about 5 days. And it was a rough start. And then we were fine, like trying to gain him weight. We were home, kind of happy. And then we got some really bad news from the newborn screening. So we have found out he has a disorder, and we're just kind of processing emotions and thoughts and all the information from the doctors. We have appointments at the Tilbury Children's Hospital. So it's been a little rough and we're just trying to process, and we just needed time to ourselves, like besides for all of the doctors calling and stuff. And it's just been, I'm kind of gradually trying to break it down. So when I talk to you guys on camera, that it's not going to be so hard for me to talk about. And I've been kind of, talking a bit about it each video. I just haven't really been able to get there fully yet. And I think what I might do, because it's quiet where I'm sitting right now, it's in my room on my makeup counter. This is kind of where I might film the face-to-face video and just tell you guys about what's been going on, but I'll post it on my main channel. So this video, I don't know if it will be going up before or after that video, but either or, I'll try to link it on here if I can. Just haven't come down to that point yet, but I feel like I owe you guys an explanation. Like I do and I don't, only because there might be times when I won't always be able to film on schedule. There might be times I won't be able to post on schedule. So I just wanted to inform you now before that goes down, to let you know, that it could be happening. So with that being said, we're going to do a very quick makeup date night look. I am going to karaoke tonight, and the reason is, like, my son is like 3 weeks old. Ordinarily, I would not be leaving my son and going out, especially in the condition that he has. Like, he's fine. Like right now he's fine. Plus I'm still a little sick, which is crazy. Not really sick. It's something that I've been battling since like the 30th. Ever since my son was born. I was actually sick in the hospital, and which was dangerous again. Like I didn't have to wear a mask, and I probably should have been, but I didn't have to because I was laboring and I was with my son. But knowing what I know now, I probably should have been. I'm still kind of getting over whatever this is. So I'm hoping that when I do karaoke tonight, we'll be able to sing. I'm hoping. So I will be having a couple of drinks. And then when I come back home, I'm just going to make sure that it's out of my system, so I don't breastfeed my son with alcohol in my milk. So that's important to me. So I've been talking with doctors and nurses about that, and like figuring out what's the best course of action. So I have a plan established. We're good to go. And yeah, it's kind of a date night that we just started talking about the day before yesterday. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to start with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir right here. Just quickly spray my face. Love this stuff so much. I'm going to be running through this fairly quickly because I want to ensure that I get my makeup done before my mom gets here, which is going to be pretty quick. I'm going to start with my Milk Makeup Hydrogrip primer. I do have other primers. I'm stuck on this one because it's my favorite, and it does make your makeup last longer. Not that I'm going out for terribly long tonight. I will not be. but I just really appreciate the consistency of this primer, and it just feels good. It does feel kind of tacky, actually. It kind of feels sticky. When you get your foundation on, it's amazing. So I'm also going to add a primer on top of this primer. So I don't usually double prime, but I will today. It's called the Backlight Priming Filter by Becca. And it's just one color, so there's not multiple colors or anything. I will use my finger to apply it, my fingers. I did 2 pumps, and it's basically like an illuminating primer. So I'm going to use some illuminating products today. I haven't used this in forever. I really like Becca. I haven't used some of these products in a really long time. Okay, so you can put this under or over top your makeup if you want, but I do have another kind of a highlighting type product to put over top my makeup, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. Okay, so now that that's on, I'm going into my foundation. So this is Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 25, and the shade of this particular one is Olive 210. This is the best shade for me. I am applying directly to my sponge. I'm doing 2 pumps to start out. Oh, it's cold. And I'm just going to blend this in until we're all blended, and we will return in a moment. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty well blended. It didn't really cover that full coverage, but that's okay because I'm going in with concealer anyway. I really just wanted to, you know, make everything the same shade here. So same concealer, it's the Kosas concealer. This is the Creamy Revealer Concealer, and the shade is 04N. So I always put some on the inner corners. I also put some right there. I cover up any of my severe pigmentation that I have. I have a little bit because of sun exposure, unfortunately. And I'm not sure if I'm going to highlight so much today. I might put a little bit on my nose and a little bit here, but I don't really need to highlight. Maybe I'll just put a little bit on my cheek. I usually put my blush there, so I don't really want to do too much there. And also just a little bit on the outside of my eye because I do have extremely dark circles. I have a newborn at home, and I've been feeding him throughout the night, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little rough. I still have 2 other kids, so it's been a little rough. And yeah, this is gonna be definitely the last member of our family. We are not going to have more kids after this. I was thinking about it, but we have decided to not, and that's okay. And that's our decision. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I hope. Okay, so we're gonna finish blending out the concealer, and I'm just blending in and then up and out. Kind of the same thing on the eye there. But you can see how that just kind of covers everything up quite nicely. It's nice and bright. I really like how that looks. I am really in love with that product. I've also been using powder that's also really light. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 01 Fair. And the reason why I like this product is because it is so light. It's very fine micro powder, and it is really expensive for how much product you get, but I feel for the quality, I feel like it is definitely there. So now I'm just going to lightly go over the spots that would maybe crease the most. My forehead's already creasing, so I'm just going to pounce over it with my sponge. I know I just put powder there. Hopefully it doesn't take off the product. Okay, and then before I do anything, actually, guys, you know what? I can put this other product on top of my powder. It's not a huge deal here. So let's quickly powder the rest of the face. I'm really trying to go in with a light hand today because I want the eyes to pop. I'm not like overly done or anything, which is what kind of my aim is usually when I'm doing my makeup. I don't want it to be overdone. So I'm going to use this first before blush. This is my Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury as well. The shade is medium 04. And I'm going to add this to the highlighted areas where I would normally put highlighter. So my nose, tops of my cheeks, chin, a little bit on the cupid's bow, and between the brows here. And instead of using my damp sponge, I'm going to use my fingertips. So because I put that on after my powder, my skin looks really fresh. Sometimes when I put too much product on, especially right here, it just kind of shows like product. And I don't want to have that look tonight, so I'm glad I kind of kept it nice and light. So the next step is brows. I'm going to do that off camera just because it's a lot faster if I do that. The products I'm using today are going to be my Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Cool Cookie and Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel. And this is what she looks like here. Love this. I have an additional product of this. And then I'm going to go like kind of shape it. And I'm going to go in with this side and draw some line strokes. And then I'll go in with my gel just to hold everything in place. We will be right back. All right, guys. I think I did my eyebrows way too dark. That's okay. We're just going to roll with it. And I'm going to make them dark eyes so it'll kind of like piece together, I guess. So next thing is blush, I think. Yeah. Blush is good. I'm not going to do contour, which is going to be crazy for me, but I am going to kind of bronze with blush. This is my Dallas blush by Benefit. It's like this rosy brown blush that I have used. I have used this like every single time back when I was first kind of doing my makeup. I fell in love with this blush. So I'm going to use my blush brush and apply to my cheeks. I haven't used this in forever, like I said. So I just want to see what it looks like. I think I liked this because it just wasn't so pink. So let's see. You can see it going on my cheeks. Definitely gonna have to blend that out. Gonna go back in with my powder blush and blend. So, of course. So it honestly doesn't look too bad. I'm just gonna apply a bit more. Again, go back into my powder blush and blend. Yeah, I think that looks not too bad. I'm going to focus mostly on the eyes today, I think. All right. So now before I actually start the eyes, I'm going to go in with my liner. This is my pencil liner. I've really been obsessed with brown liner lately. I don't know why. But this is the Milani Stay Put eyeliner in 02 Semi Sweet. And it's just really nice. Yeah, it's relatively cheap and it looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on the waterlines up and like top and bottom, and then we'll be back to apply shadow. Okay, so you can see how that changes the kind of like shape of my eye. This one I brought down a little bit lower, but once I put shadow, you're not gonna notice a difference. Okay, so I brought out both of my Controversy palettes. I haven't used these in a long time. It's by Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. I'm going to start with Not a Fact. I'm going to go right in the crease with this and possibly the lower lash line. I am going to start with a smaller brush. This is the E27 detailed blending brush. Smaller brush because it is a very, very dark formula. And I just want to be a little bit precise with this. Starting in the crease, kind of blending up, and I'm going to add more to the outside corner here. Okay, so I blended into the crease, and now I'm just like packing it on the outside corner and blending as well. Try not to extend it too far. And I'm going to leave it like that because we're going to go in with a different brush and blend. I'm also going to use the same brush to add some on the lower lash line. I might go back into that palette, but now I'm going to switch to the Controversy mini palette, and I'm going to go over top of that with the shade My Apology. This is probably one of my favorite shades. I love it so much, and it's definitely a shimmer, and it also has more of a brownie tone. It reminds me of Dominique Cosmetics Pumpkin Pie palette almost a little bit, or the shade Pumpkin Pie. That one has a little bit more reflex in it, but this one, it's almost like a raisin color. Like it's kind of that purpley shade, but also a little bit more raisin toned. Love this shade. Okay, I'm also going to bring that on the lower lash line, and we'll have to brush away the fallout in a minute. And then we're going to take a different brush. So this is a bit of a bigger brush, and usually I usually go in the opposite direction. But because this is a fluffier brush, it's an E25. We're going to start with the bottom and blend out the bottom shadow here. Because remember, I will be putting mascara on, so my lower lash line will pop down a bit as well. And also around the perimeter of where I applied that shadow to begin with. So we're going to quickly wipe away the fallout here. And I just need to examine how even these are. So I feel like this one has come up a bit, but what we'll do is go back in with a clean brush, clean up the brow area, clean up under the eye with like a tone that is kind of like a light neutral color, like this one here. It's called Cry on My Couch. That's probably the perfect shade for that. I'm going to go back into my Apology now and just continue to add on some color. I want it to pack the full punch. I don't want it to fade throughout the night. And then I'm going to go in with Just a Theory, which is this kind of sparkly shade right here, and just press a little bit on the inner corner. I just want to try it a little bit because this actually packs quite a punch. And I just need a tiny bit to kind of blend into the purple. I might have to go back into the purple in a minute just to kind of like bring it back in because I want my eye to be mostly purple. I just need a touch of inner corner highlight here. I'm just going to use what's left on the brush. I'm not going to dip back into the palette, and just blend that purple shade into the sparkly inner corner shade a little bit. Especially on the left eye, I feel like I lost quite a bit of color there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So next, I'm going to line my upper lash line with my Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner. Okay, and then we're going to do mascara and lashes. I don't think I have any lashes out, so I'm going to have to go find a new pair because I ended up throwing out my old ones because they got kind of destroyed. Like they were kind of toast after you like wearing them for like 10 times. So I'm going to find some lashes and I will be back with mascara and lashes on. And then I might reassess the cheeks because I feel like I kind of lost that. I might do some more cheek stuff, but for sure we'll be back to do lips anyhow. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so I think the lashes are on. I think they are, but I am going to take my glue just in case. I'll take my glue and my tweezers with me when we go. And as for lip gloss, honestly, I kind of like my lips natural. I might add a little bit of this Huda Beauty lip stuff. This is called Sweet Cheeks Cream Lipstick number 3481. I haven't used it, so I'm just going to see what it looks like. And then I'm just going to add some lip gloss on top. I've got my Jeffree Star lip gloss as per usual. I prefer the lighter shade, so this is called Legends Only. Put some of this on top. Okay, and just have glossy lips for the night. The last step is, of course, setting spray. So I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Okay, and that is it. That completes the look for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you did. Mwah! I will see you guys next time. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. Click on that bell button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, friends.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.